down if you have any. I'm going to do a little bit of an exercise as well. So I'm going to get you thinking about your content, how your content can be improved, but I'll share with you a bit of my story right now. If I can make, okay, so who am I? Who am I? Wow, that's a great question. This is like we're going into existentialism here. This is just a little bit of credibility for me. Forbes Female Entrepreneur to Watch in 2018, rapid transformation coach, best-selling author, public speaker, positive psychologist, NLP master practitioner, six-figure business owner, and business mentor for mainly women in business. Why am I running this masterclass? Because the online space is filled with lots of noise. If you would agree with me, let me know, give me a thumbs up. You would agree that the online space is full of lots of noise, and people want to hear your authentic voice. People pick up on your energy, and if it's not authentic, you won't stand out. And if you don't stand out, your business won't survive. And standing out is not a chore. And standing out is not saying, that you're better than anyone else. Standing out is standing in your truth. I was in the title. Fantastic, Georgina. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, hang on. Yeah, standing out is not a chore. Standing out, it's your duty to stand out. And standing out as yourself is easy when you know exactly how to communicate with your audience. So again, this is just all credibility building. If you're learning how to do business and learning how to do webinars, this is a standard sort of format. These are people that I've worked with, places I've been seeing, things I've done. This is just telling you how wonderful I am. And I invite you to stay for the entire session because I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse at the end. Now, as I started saying, I've never, ever run this class before. I've never run this masterclass before. This is the first time I've ever done this. And I was like, am I qualified to do this? Am I the right person to be teaching people how to do content? And I've been doing it for years. And I'm like, yes, you know what? If I can write a piece of content that generates £9,000 in business, I can teach other people to do it. And you're here because you want to learn how to do it. So what I'm going to share with you this evening is the post that brought me £9,000 in business. Who's like dying to see the post that brought me £9,000 in business? Who's desperate to see it? You might have even seen it. You might have even commented on it. Yeah. I'm going to show you what it took to create that post and how you can create your own version of that post. Okay? Fabulous. Yeah, save any questions for the end. I might ask you along the way. So, ready to see the post? Drum roll, please. First, I want to talk to you about two different types of posters that are out there. The two different types of posters are, there might be some ranges in between, but basically you've got your cricket magnet and your client magnet. And if you want to stop having crickets and want to start having clients, I'm going to show you how to do that. The cricket magnet, first of all, cricket magnet. People write the cricket magnet writes posts that get no engagement. They write posts that gets no likes or gets likes and nothing else, like people don't, because sometimes you must know this. Sometimes people will not even respond to your post, but they will message you behind the scenes. So just because someone's post doesn't have engagement doesn't mean they're not getting business. And just because a post does get engagement doesn't mean they are getting business. So the cricket magnets write posts that say nothing about what they actually sell and what they do. And the cricket magnet writes for likes and loves, but never for business. Like they'll be like, oh, skirting around the issue of maybe I should have talked about my business. Maybe I should have talked about my business. But I'm here to tell you different tonight. The client magnet writes intentional content. The client magnet knows that likes don't equal money in the bank, that people sending you DMs puts money in the bank. The client magnet steps up as an authority in their area, and treat social media as a business space. So many folks are like, oh, well, I got my friends and family on there. Block them. You can see your friends and family another time. You don't need your friends and family on your social media if it's going to give you anxiety about talking about your business. Because here's the thing. Give me an amen in the chat box if you get this. Your friends and family don't necessarily, especially if you are an online business owner. I know some of you here are bricks and mortar business owners, but if you are an online business owner, like my family think I just play online. And I'm like, I have a business online. I run a business online. So if people don't get you, you block them. You don't need them. Like you can see your parents at the weekend. Can see you're not understanding, your lack of understanding relatives another time. You don't need them on your social media. Use your social media as your shop front. It is literally like when you come into my Facebook world, you're coming into my shop, right? Some people come in and browse, some people buy, some people come back every day and they buy everything I've got. Some people come in on a regular basis and browse and then eventually buy. So which one are you? Are you a Cricut magnet or are you a client magnet? And the Cricut is horrible looking, isn't it? And I just got back from Mexico and I went to the last night I was in Mexico, I was having a fine meal with my daughter. And at the end of the meal, they brought us a little tray of Cricuts as an after dinner. And I had to decline the after dinner Cricut. So you ready for the big reveal? Drum roll, please. Okay, I'm going to show you the post. Give me a second. I'm going to go escape here and I'm going to get the post and I'm going to show you my post. I'm going to share my screen and show you the actual post. Okay, some of you may have seen this. So this is my 9,000 pound post breakdown. Can you see the screen? Can you see the where it says actual post? Go in the chat box and just give me a yes if you can see where it says. Let me know that you can see the post. Can you see the post? Okay, fabulous, great. Fantastic, okay. So this is the post. Don't look at the right side yet, look at the left side. So I'm looking for a woman to be my next case study. The woman who is in business and achieving mediocre results, but is aiming for fantastical results, magical results, who believes in manipulating energy for the greater good. The woman who's dancing between two worlds and is ready to leap into the unknown because she knows the unknown is where the magic resides, where fear becomes something she used to experience, but can only see it in others now. It's no longer her fuel. This is the woman who's determined to make an impact. It's not for the nice dear kind of woman, the kind of woman who moves slowly. There's nothing wrong with moving slowly, but it's not my pace. I'm not here for the small talk. I'm not here for the woman who's intimidated or overwhelmed by me. I can't play small to keep you comfortable. I did that for years. I'm big energy, fast moving and switched on. You'll be excited to keep pace with me, not exhausted by just looking at me. You're a fast mover, a fast thinker. You act fast, fail fast, and keep going. You're the kind of woman who reads this and thinks, fuck yes, I'm ready to play a bigger game now. She already has a business and is already making money, but she's done it in the 3D way and knows that there's a bigger playing field, the quantum field, where she can access higher levels of consciousness in an instant. She knows she is the creator and ready to join me on a journey into her truth, to make a bigger impact. The type of woman that will get results from working with me is the big dreamer, the woman who speaks up for herself even when her voice quivers, the woman who previously toned herself down because she's always been seen as too much, hence the song Never Too Much to start with. Too much for who? The woman who's played by the rules and knows the game and is prepared to play in a new way. This is a one-to-one opportunity to work with me for 12 weeks, unlimited access to me as we unleash your genius and brilliance. Life will never be the same. It's a whole new playing field. You're not prepared to allow anything to interrupt this next phase. We'll mix the magic of the non-physical world with practical strategies of the 3D world to create your masterpiece. Energy is everything. My whole life, I've been told my energy is phenomenal and infectious. I can see it now. My clients get amazing results and they love the buzz of being in my world. If you're excited by the sound of this and you want to know more, DM me for an informal discussion. This is an investment to be made in exchange for life-changing results. And then this was the meme that went with it. You got to watch out for those metaphysical chicks. They know the secrets of the universe. So who's activated by that? Who reads that and goes, oh my God, she's talking to me? Because these are the kind of responses that I had from people. Let me know your thoughts when you hear that. Fire, yeah, yes, call the fire department. Call the fire department. I'm going to tell you what happened as a result of this. It is insanely cool. Yes, remember that. Yes, speaking my language. Exactly. So this is, you know why that's activated you? Because I'm speaking my truth. Now, on the right-hand side, I've deleted it all and I've put my own notes in there. But my my mentor was like blown away with this post and went on to dissect it and broke it down about what I did that got that result. Like, he actually broke it down and shared it with like his audience about like, you know, what made this post so phenomenal. And I was looking at that earlier and I'm like, okay, I can look at it in a practical way and be like, what did I do? You know, I explained who the woman is. I talk about the mindset. I empathize with her. I identify the outcome she wants, how I play the game. I move fast, not slow. You're ready to take, you know, you're already a woman who's already got a business and is making money in that business, but is ready to play a bigger game now. And then I make my offer, saying it's a one-to-one opportunity, telling them life is never going to be the same again. We're going to mix the magic of practical strategies and the quantum field. So, you know, that like turns me on. That's like, gets me like, yes, yes, yes. Like that would be a yes from me. And then why choose me? I talk about like, you know, I'm big energy and I've always had infectious energy and I'm owning that now. And then call to action is like, come and work with me. So, you know, my mentor did this deconstruction of this, and a very good job they did of deconstructing it. But the deconstructing of it was not the magic behind it. I'm going to go back to my presentation now. Give me just a moment. So some of you know the answer to this question, but I want to ask you, if you don't know the answer to this question, how long did it take me to write that post? How long did, oh, hope you didn't read the top of that paper because it said on the top of that paper. How long did it take me to write that post? Drop in the comments. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to achieve. Right. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. How long it took me to write that post? It took me 7 years to write that post. It took me 7 years to write that post. Does anybody hear me when I say it took 7 years to write that post? Give me an amen if you hear me, that it took 7 years to write that post. It took an hour. It took an hour to write it. It took an hour to write it, but it took me 7 years to get to that point where I could write that post. It was I'm going to explain in just a second, Georgina. Let me explain. I started writing this post in 2016. It took me 7 years of learning how to run a business, of creating and recreating my ideal client, of refining and doing it all over again and again and again and again, learning to use the words that connect with my ideal client. And it's an always evolutionary process, knowing exactly who I didn't want as a client. As I sat and wrote that, I thought lovingly of people who wanted to be in my world. And I just thought, I don't feel excited about having you in my world. And I'm going to put that in my post. There are people I don't want in my world, and it's okay for me to put that in my posts. I had to overcome people pleasing and have the courage to say that I don't work with everyone. And that was a big deal because there are people who wanted to work with me and who want to turn away money. We don't want to turn away money, do we? But when we put boundaries in place, we change the game. I also needed to have the courage to express who I do help without the fear of alienating people. Whoever has that fear of like, if I say I do this, then I'm going to alienate all these other people and then I'll lose business. And this was my 2 fingers up to the world. Like, this was me. I was sitting in my bedroom, getting ready to go to the gym. And it just came to me. And I just wrote that post and I just didn't stop for an hour. That was my workout that morning. I had a thumb workout. It was a thumb workout. So, and it was 7 years for me to understand that the things that I've always been called out on are actually my superpowers, and 7 years to understand and really embody that everything is energy. Great. Georgina's saying, I get it. It's so resonate. Yeah, fantastic. I got bored pretending. That I wasn't magnificent. Who pretends they're not magnificent? Who hides their magnificence? I got bored trying to fit in with the way things are done in the online space, thinking somehow other people had an answer that I didn't have privy to. I got bored thinking that I could say things only in a particular way. I wanted clients who were as magical as me. Look, I have unicorns, right? I wanted clients who were prepared to take the journey, who knew not necessarily that I was their final destination, but I was the next step on their destination. They're on their yellow brick road. I use the Wizard of Oz as a metaphor so many times because that yellow brick road is we go back to ourselves. We find our way home, but we go down the yellow brick road to find our way home. And everyone who comes into my world, I'm like, they need to be on their yellow brick road. They need to know that I am the next logical step that they need to take on their yellow brick road. And I decided I was no longer prepared to compromise my standards. And that's not in a disrespectful way. It's a way of saying, I will not compromise my standards and accept people who don't move or who are uncomfortable with the pace that I move at, or are uncomfortable when I when I bark orders at them because I know exactly what they need to do. And people who are intimidated by my big energy, that I have to go, oh, okay, that's nice, dear. I'm not a it's nice, dear kind of woman. I'm freaking larger than life. I'm a woman, you know, I'm ageless and timeless, and I'm a woman here who just, I walk into a room and I'm a statement, you know, I'm a statement. So I didn't want clients who wanted me to be their babysitter. I didn't want clients who wanted to blame everyone else when things didn't work out. Clients who move too slowly, like speed of implementation. Oh, there's a word I picked up the other day. I was listening to something. Hang on, I just want to find the word. Really cool reference. Hold on, let me just find it. The rate of application, a fast rate of application. We talk about it, we do it, rate of application. I want people who go, I did it, because you need to fail your ass fast. It's a fail fast before you start. Brave and bold. Yes, brave and bold, absolutely. And I had to be bold in expressing it in my writing. I needed to be bold in how I was expressing it. And this is what all came together. 7 years came together on that fateful morning, the 28th of February. And I had to learn to express me and truly not care if anyone liked me or my post. I had to just be like, it doesn't matter. I'm off to the gym, and when I come back to the gym, I will see what a mess I've made. That was truly how I felt. Like, I'll just figure it out. I'll see what happens when I arrive back home. Ready for what happened next? Drum roll. Tell me you're ready. Tell me you're ready. Speak to me. This is what happened next. I got messages like this. I'm that woman you're looking for. I want to know more about the 12-week program. I feel like you're talking to me. Super well written. Tell me more. Denise, I'm keen to put myself money for the money blocks. I'm an online mentor for online mentor, 5 to 8K months, ready to break through this. Please, would I be an ideal candidate? Fuck me, did you just write my bio? Sounds like me. I'm nervously interested, feeling the fear, interested. That's what happened when I got home from that post. These are the kind of things you can, so, and you can see it was this, I took these today because I did this was done in February. And then they all signed up as clients, but not really. They didn't all sign up as clients. I'm going to tell you the true story of how this post made me £9,000. Okay. From that one post, from a place of inspired action, and I'm going to talk about inspired action a little bit later as well. After 7 years of learning so many things, I got one client that signed up for a 3-month package with me. That was £4,500. I signed another client for a 1-month package, which was £1,500. So you're saying, Denise, that isn't £9,000, is it? No. But for a post that was written on my way to the gym, I was pretty pleased with that outcome. Who would be pleased if you had people reaching out to you, saying things like that to you? Who'd be happy with that? Who would be like, oh, yeah, totally. Love it. Yeah. Yeah, game on, totally. A few weeks later, I decided to revamp the post and put it out again. And this is where repurposing comes in. I repurposed it. I changed it around a little bit. I changed the meme that I attached to it. And I signed up 2 more clients at £1,500. So there's my £9,000. There's my £9,000. So one post, repurposed once, brought me £9,000. This was in addition to the fact that I do launches and I have other programs that people sign up for. So this was not money that I had intended to call into my life, but obviously was meant for me. And when I tell you this is no word of a lie. The clients who came from this are the most incredible clients. They are bang on the money. They were not full of crap when they said, I'm ready. I am that woman. I magnetized the exact right client. Now you can deconstruct my post and you could copy it, but if it doesn't have that je ne sais quoi, that special something, it's not gonna have the same conversion like mine has had. So there you have it, 9,000 in sales. So my question to you, do you want to know how to create a post with that level of impact? Do you want to know how to have the clarity to speak precisely to your audience and how to create your authentic voice? You want to have some fun? Want to play? Let's play. Let's play. I'm going to ask you some questions now. This is kind of fun because I asked this question today. What have you been criticized about in your life for being too much of? I asked this question on Facebook earlier. Some of you who are here might have even answered that question, but I asked the question on Facebook, and this is some of the things. And I want to tell you, you're never too much. Luther Vandross said you're never too much. You are never too much, my friend. This is what came up on Facebook. Too sensitive, too smiley, too ambitious, too emotional, too loud, too fast, too direct, too bossy, too weird, too bossy, I got in there again, too intimidating, too intense, too direct, too restless. Oh, I get also too disorganized. So I want you to finish this sentence. This is the first piece of your class with me right now. I am too, I've always been seen as too, and drop it in the chat box. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it in the chat box. Drop it like it's hot. What are you too? What are you too? Too quiet, too loud, too crazy, too opinionated, too energetic, too loud, too talkative. Fabulous. Fabulous. So I want you to think of a few twos. I'm too much. I'm too much of this. Too much of a big picture thinker. Okay, beautiful. So this is where you own your brilliance. You own your absolute brilliance, because this is where you can say, in practical, sensitive, emotional, spiritual, you can say what like referring back to my post where I was like, you know, I move fast. I'm not here for the person that moves slow. So when you're writing your statement, it can be, you know, I'm a big dreamer. I'm a big picture thinker. I'm too radical. I'm overly expressive. I'm too outspoken. I'm too talkative. I'm too loud. Most people will see me as too loud. You won't be intimidated by that. So you can use your two as your superpower. Who gets what I'm saying? Who's with me? Yes? 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. Yes. So we start using this as our superpower. We start using the two as a superpower, because I was like, yeah, turn it around, turn it around. I was always like, I'm too loud and I'm too opinionated and I stick my nose where it doesn't belong. I'm too. And I felt myself apologizing. I've spent my whole life apologizing for my epicness, for my magnificence. And on this morning, when I wrote that post, I was just like, I am not apologizing for myself anymore. Like, if people don't get me, they're not welcome. It was like the morning the boundaries were set in my world. So I want you to be thinking about what else are the twos that you've got. What are the other twos? Two. And you can tell me or you can leave it. So now let's play a little bit more. Who would you, and I want you to put it in the chat box, who would you detest as a client? Who shouldn't bother to approach you? Who would drive you mad as a client? Would you want someone who would be like, what would be the worst possible client that you could call into your life? Think about that. Drop me. Too blunt, too passionate. Someone not willing to take response. Right. Okay. So your post would be something like, yes. So this is, you start putting this in your post. If you, I'm making this up because I didn't read your comment before. So someone who goes me to, yes. So your post would be something like, you have the confidence to communicate what you want. I hate that too. Like, if I'm not interested in someone's product, I will say, thank you, but not right now, or maybe never. And I will communicate it clearly and concisely. If I'm thinking about it, I'll say, I'll get back to you. And I genuinely mean, I'll get back to you. I can't remember in the recent history if I've ghosted anyone. If I've done it, I've not done it intentionally. But so you would, you put that in your post. Is this starting to make sense how you can communicate this? Like, this is who I am. Like, these are the things I've always been accused of being too much of. This is who I am. This is who this is not for you if you don't reply, if you struggle to communicate, if you struggle to take responsibility, if you have a closed mind and you know it all and you've tried it all before you've even spoken to me. So think about who would you absolutely not want as a client. And this is like, this is actually, this is not far removed from content creation that I learned many moons ago, but having it with the knowledge that I've got now just makes it a whole different level for me. Like, being able to apply it from the place of me knowing exactly, and it all comes down to knowing who you serve in the first instance. Okay, next part of the game. Who would you love as a client? Who should bother to approach you? Who would you dream of as a client? Who would be the client that you'd be seeing yourself laughing your asses off like this? Like, who would you love to have as a client? What are the qualities of that person? Like, write them down, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Tell me what you'd like in a client. Who would you love to have in your world? You want people who just think of your opposites of the ones that you would absolutely detest to have in your world. Determined, ready to take action, to be coached and take action, go-getters, ambitious, open-minded, willing to grow, face discomfort, generous, kind, a believer like me that they can change their life and make it amazing. Great. So are you starting to see how this goes into your content? Focused on results, not as on excuses. Yes, yeah, because listen, my friend, listen, we never, and I talk from the voice of experience, we never need to convince anyone to work with us. We never need to convince. When we stand in our power and we know who we are and we know what our boundaries are, we never have to convince people. Raise your hand, be honest with me, who's ever felt like they needed to convince someone to work with them. I'm saying it because I'm saying it out loud because that's who I was. I was, feeling like I needed to convince people that they needed to work with me. And, even earlier today I was having a conversation with someone and I'm like, all I kept getting was excuses. And I thought, I just said, when you're ready, and when you're ready, and if I'm the right person, let's speak. If we beg and are desperate, we give off that. Yeah, absolutely. So this is an opportunity for you to stand into your power, Bev, to decide that you have a valuable product. You need to know in the first instance who you're serving and what your product is. Like, what is it that you're actually sharing with them? And then when you know exactly who you're serving, you communicate that using this sort of process that I'm talking you through right now and connecting with your ideal client. Okay, what else have I got for you tonight? Yes. Oh, okay. And here's the other thing. Like, I built my business. I've got a couple of raised hands. I don't know if people want to speak to me. Let me know if you want to speak to me. I built my business. My daughter showed me back in it must have been like 2016, 2015, 2016. She said to me, Mom, why don't you take your business online? And this is my honest to God truth. I've told this story so many times. I was like, how do I get my business online? How do I get pictures on the computer? How do I get the writing on the computer? Where do I get nice pictures from? Who writes all those words that go on my website? How do people get to my website? I didn't know the first thing about running a business. And my daughter actually runs an academy teaching people how to get online. And so she taught me everything she knew. And in pure frustration, thinking like, oh my God, if I don't do something, I'm never going to do anything, because there was so many things to learn. Setting up my MailChimp, doing a lead magnet, creating sales funnels. I was like, oh my God, like insane. I created shortcuts. I created shortcuts that worked for me. So I call myself messy and successy. I created a six-figure income from being messy. Like, I know that you can get to a six-figure income without sophisticated sales funnels, with nothing more than a Facebook group. I know that you can create that even if you haven't got an email list. I know that you can create things. So messy and successy. Or are you organized and particular? Because I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying I'm right for the people who are magnetized to me because of my energy, because they may know that I'm messy and successy, and they're thinking, I don't play by the rules either. I want to create the rules. And then there are others who I will just fill them with anxiety. I have a dear friend who is like, I don't even know how you function in life, because she needs to have everything in order before she takes any action. And so I'm not right, or she's not right. But if I played by her rules, I'd never get anything done. And if she played by my rules, well, she would just have a massive anxiety attack. So when you're writing your post, it's also letting people know how you operate. What is your mode of operation? How do you expect people to show up in your world? Like, if you get a load of people moving at a turtle's pace, at a tortoise pace, are you going to be super frustrated? Because then you want to be attracting the people who are fast movers. We fail fast, we move fast, we fail fast, and we move on to the next thing. You know, what was the term I used earlier? I picked it up from something. It's about speed of implementation. Oh, I think it was from the book, Atomic Habits. I was listening to it the other night. It might not have been, might have been another book. Okay. Okay, so here you can put a little statement together. I'm going to invite you to all put a statement together. In my world, we, and then put something that you're too much. In my world, we, use your too much statement. Find one that makes sense, make it grammatically correct. And if you are, put your detestable client statement in there, then you're not for me. And if you are, love client, gold standard client, well, hello, let's talk. So write your statements out, and drop it like it's hot. Drop them in there, drop them in the box. Drop it like it's hot. I'm sorry, I'm a bit snuffly. My eyes are a bit teary. Please excuse me. So write your statements. I'm going to give you a minute to do your statements. I'm going to see what you got here. Fast, yeah, rate of application, yes. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Bev. Really pleased that you're enjoying it. Give me your statements. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. And, you know, I want you to think about this in relation to your business. And it may or may not, you know, maybe if you're a different kind of business owner, like I run a service-based online business, and this particular process will work really well for me. So I want you to think about, like, does this apply in your business? And if it doesn't, is there a way you can tailor it to apply in your business? But I'd like to see some of your statements. Actually, I wonder if I can unmute. Does someone have a statement they want to share? Let's play. Let's play and create your statement. Anyone want to play? Put your hands up. Put your hands up if you want to play. Georgina, I'm gonna go to Georgina, and I think I can put you on. In my world, we have dreamers. Everything is in my world. We work with big dreamers. Okay, I'm gonna unmute Georgina if I can. In my world, we are loud, crazy, sensitive. If you're not willing to take responsibility, you know, if you're open-minded, willing to grow, face discomfort, great. Okay, so I want you to note as well. Great. I've started. Is this right? Just drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I'm gonna go and see if I can open up to Georgina and see her statement. Right, okay. Can you unmute, Miss Georgina?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Read me your statement.
Okay, so I'm just finishing it. So let's have a look. So, in my world, we are passionate, open-minded, and fearless. If you are happy being comfortable, can't think out the box, then you're not for me. And I was just finished the last sentence, something along the lines of, if you are bold, courageous, and energetic, then we could be a match.
Great. How does that feel? How does that feel? Does that feel like different from something you've posted before?
Yeah, as a starting point, it's a rough draft of something, yeah, different.
Bigger.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to give you like some food for thought that you can sort of play with. Yeah. Amazing. Fabulous. Yeah, fabulous. I'm going to check out some of the other statements that are coming through. In my world, we have passion. Okay, got you. If you're stuck in the blame of circumstances and simmering in resentment, you're not for me. Yeah. Yes. Fabulous. Any other statements coming through? Any other transmissions coming through? Fearless action taker looking to unlock the next step of massive impact. So Eugenia, what I know of you, Eugenia, it's like, it's fearless action taker. And it's like literally embodying your sensual self, like fearlessly embodying your sensual self, you know, unlocking and learning to love yourself, learning to you like the word, like literally embody your sensuality comes up when I think of you, Eugenia. Feel it, yeah, because I know you do like a lot of relationship stuff. Okay, fantastic. Is this useful? Is this helpful? Ready, unapologetic. Yeah, great. Love it, love it, love it. So has everyone got a little something that they can take away? Hopefully you've got a little, in my world, we are curious, enthusiastic, and solution focused. If you're simply happy to go along with the status quo and blame the education, yes, 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 blame the education system, then you're not for me. Oh, here we go. If you're ready to step onto the fast track and elevate your child's success, then hello, let's talk. Yes, yes, this is inviting people to step out of victim consciousness and step into taking control. And this is such a bigger conversation as well. This is such a bigger conversation because this is like, it's not just about their education, it's about so many other things as well. So it's an invitation to people. Yeah, straight. Yes. And can you see, Miss Claire, can you see exactly how you're going to attract more of the right people writing stuff like that? And amazing. Jeffrey says, in my world, we are expressive, passionate, and transparent. If you're happy hiding behind the scene, not putting yourself out there, then you're not for me. If you're looking to be confident, ready to have an impact and take ownership for your energy, then hello, let's talk. Yes, yes. We are expressive, passionate, transparent, beautiful. Love it. This is fun. Yeah, fantastic. Glad you're enjoying it. Really glad you're enjoying it. Love it. Love it, Jeffrey. So play with these. Play with these. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous. Loving these. Loving these. Amazing. Okay, so everyone's got something that they can work with. And you can look at my cheeky little face. Can you see how this starts to work? Now you have an opportunity, of course, because a webinar wouldn't be a webinar if I wasn't going to make you an offer to help you write your 9,000 pound post. Now, what I will say, full disclosure, I will not guarantee that you will make 9,000 pound from your post, but I'm willing to help you compose an ass-kicking post. This is what I want to do. I am inviting you to a call, and it would be a 90-minute call. This is the way it would work. You'll get a pre-call questionnaire, so I know who you are, what you're talking about, and what your offer is. 90 minutes, we're going to review your top performing posts. I'm going to look at them and say, that was a load of rubbish that we can work with, or let's scrap it all, or like whatever, because I will cut to the chase, and I will cut you off in mid-sentence if I know what you're going to say and I don't want to hear it, because I know what you need to say instead, because that's how I shoot from the hip. We're going to create a powerful post that you can repurpose over and over again that packs a punch and gets people self-qualifying to work with you. Like the people who said, oh my God, you're speaking to me. Oh my God, I am that person, right? You want a post that does that? I'm going to help you write it. You're going to come away with a kick-ass piece of content, the knowledge how to create it again and again, your authentic voice, a sense of standing out. And standing out, again, it's not about being better than anyone else. It's about you having an authentic voice and you standing out as an authority in your field. And so much more. You'll come away with so much more, because we're not just going to talk about that. We're going to end up talking about other stuff, and you're going to go, holy cow, Denise, that was amazing. Because when I have you in front of me, and a lot of people on here have already been clients of mine, you know that I only do amazing. I don't do half-assed. I do kick-ass. So you're also going to get 7 days of WhatsApp support after your call. So we're going to tweak and adjust. We'll do one revision if you need a revision. If you're thinking this wasn't working, you're going to get one revision of the post and 7 days to message me on WhatsApp. And the investment for this call is £500, but you know that there's always a deal, especially when you come here live in person. You've taken your time to be here. Today it's going to be £299. This is literally a one-off offer. I have never ever done this before. I write content for my clients. I Denisify their content all the time, and their content gets more engagement. And I for some reason, I've just resisted teaching people how to do content. And I'm just like, why am I resisting it? I do it really well. And I teach my clients how to do it, and they get amazing results from writing content, from me inspiring their content. So what to do next? Let me know if you are interested. I'm going to get the link for this. Denisify. Yes, we Denisify. I'm going to just get you a link because I want you to come on board with me. So give me a moment to find what I need. I'm going to stop my share for just a moment. This is too cheap. I can't afford you yet. You know what? Don't tell yourself it's too cheap. Don't tell yourself don't tell yourself you can't afford it. You can afford. I've made this a no-brainer. I've made it an absolute no-brainer. Let me see if I've got my link ready. Oh, I've got it here. Yeah. Activate your audience. So we're going to have your activate your audience call. I'm going to drop the link here to everyone. If you want to have one of these calls and you are like, you know what? I know I have it in me. I know I have the potential to write a piece of post that's going to engage my audience. I have an offer. I have the expertise, and I'm just not bringing in the money. We'll figure out a payment plan for you. But you need to be that bold person. I don't want people who are sitting on the fence. I want people who are bold enough to say, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's write an ass-kicking piece of content. Georgina, did you still have your hand up? Did you want to speak to me about something? You can unmute if you like. Bless you, Helen. Okay. All right. No worries. No worries. I want to ask you, do you guys have any questions for me? Do I save this link? And Bev, are we connected on Facebook? I will have you, if you registered for this, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to send this link to everybody. I'm going to send the link to everybody who is, drop me a message, but I will send the link to everyone who registered to come onto this, this class tonight. So I'm in Luke's group. Okay. All right. Amazing. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to email everyone who has been here tonight and give you an opportunity to jump on board to write an ass-kicking piece of content. I mean, who wants an ass-kicking piece of content? I do. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, oh my God, damn you, hay fever. Please excuse me. What questions have you got for me? Do you want to share anything? Have you had any aha moments? Let me know what your thoughts are. Yeah, I'll email everybody. I'll email everyone with the opportunity to come on board. Yeah, I'll figure out, I'll work out a payment plan for you, Georgina. And absolutely, like, you know what, if you write a piece of content, like this is what separates, I don't want to say men from the boys because that's so sexist and it's not at all correct. But it's what separates, like, you know, you choose, like, you're like, if this resonates with you and you're thinking, I'm one piece of content away. Thank you, Helen. I will do that. Yes. I'm one piece of content away from bringing money into my business. This may be the piece of content. And I just write phenomenal content. I'm so good with it. Good, Bev. That's it. I'm an activator. This is another thing I've taken ownership of. I'm like, am I a business coach? Am I a hypnotherapist? And I am all of those things, but I'm a freaking activator. I put a fire under your ass in the nicest possible way. Yeah, I'm a total activator. And I'm really connecting with that word. I activate people. I get them feeling good, and I'm feeling good. You're gonna feel great after this. Amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring this to a close. If there are no questions, you've got the link there. I'm going to email you the link as well. If you would like to have the session, I will work out payment plan. If you want to do a payment plan, I've never done this before. This is the first time I've ever done anything of this sort, teaching content. I encourage you to book it. Let's have an amazing time together. And I wish you a beautiful and blessed evening. Ciao, everybody. Bye-bye.